Good afternoon, everyone. So I just got back from the store and I was grabbing a few of the miscellaneous things that I still needed for this upcoming trip, and I just kind of want to talk you through a little bit of the selection process for these things. So first up, we have your base layer. Now, because we are going to be in sub-zero temperatures, I decided to go with a heavy knit, which is a 250 thread count. And that's freaking thick. It should be extremely warm. This is merino wool, so not only is it just super comfortable, but it will keep you either warm or cold depending on the environment. It's one of the best thermal regulators you can probably get. So that's why you keep that at as a base layer. Keep it down low so that it can actually kind of regulate your core a little better. And then we got some of this. We got some sun cream, some lip balm with SPF 30, as well as some Aqua Tabs. These are, now this isn't chlorate, this is actually sodium, oh yeah, dichlorocyanurate. So this is a chlorine derivative. It will pretty much kill all bacteria as well as remove if there's any like bad tastes in the water. This is probably your best bet. This is nice too because it only takes about 30 minutes to actually take effect. Some can take up to like 4 hours. So on to the next. Just some cheap bowls and a semi-insulated mug. It's kind of small, but it'll do the job, and I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I think I just said 16 ounces. That's gonna be a lifesaver when I need some coffee. Next, we have some extreme mountaineering socks. Now these things are super important because one of the most affected areas, especially specifically for frostbite, is the fingers and the toes. Those are the areas that usually get hit the most, and of course the nose and things if you don't have it protected. But these are mountaineering socks, so they're actually a double layer with a thick inner layer that is just supposed to keep your feet from getting that frostbite. And then we have this. This is 15 feet of dynamic climbing rope. Now, dynamic means that it will stretch when it's pulled taut. So say you are connected to something and you slip and fall. A static rope, the opposite, will not stretch, and so the person itself is the kind of the center of where all the force goes. So like you could potentially like break a back or something by getting jerked on it, or you just go with this dynamic rope and it'll kind of stretch and give you a little bit of leeway if you do fall. It's usually used for lead climbing and top roping as well, but this is my lanyard. This is going to attach me to my buddy and to the team when we're in like icy situations. And next, a 1 liter Nalgene bottle, and I also have an insulator for it on the way. It's like a little zip mylar bag that this sits in to keep it from freezing. And then finally, I went with a Thermarest X Therm Pad. And the reason I went with the X Therm Pad is that this insulation rating is amazing. It is, I think, a 5.6 R value. And now what that means is it's certified for below freezing temperatures. Most pads don't have like heavy duty insulation, which is a problem, I think, because if you just go to like a outdoor store and buy a pad, you throw it down on the ground, and if it gets like, I don't know, 30, 40 degrees Fahrenheit at night, that cold will seep right up through it and create like just a horrible sleeping situation. You can have the warmest sleeping bag in the world, but if your pad doesn't have adequate insulation, you will freeze. And then finally, I didn't actually buy this today, but here we have like a convertible balaclava that I'm going to use to protect my face and my nose from any sort of frostbite and things. So here is an update. It was a little longer than I thought, but this is kind of the gear that I have needed to kind of get for a couple weeks now to kind of finalize everything for the trip. So there you all go. If you have any other questions, hit me up. I know a couple things about some outdoor gear. If you have any questions about a trip of yours or something that you're interested in doing, yeah, give me a call, or not call, but you know, hit me up, DM me or something, and I'll talk you through some stuff.